Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is GeordyColeman, but you can call me Ginger Wolf. It is a lovely day. I'll be honest, I actually kind of had a crappy day at work. So, let's do something fun that's going to kind of, you know what, we're going to use that because that's definitely going to help us. And I'm going to snag you. We're going to leave the meat in there. It is a little on the late side, and we have we can do a little bit of organizing now. So, not going to be a super hop, skip, and a dump. Can we still use that? No, we can scrap it though. And now we got some cloth. So not going to be a super engaging start of the day. Although it sounds like something's trying to gauge our attention. So I figured out the a-holes. I think I figured this out kind of at the end of the last episode. And that's... okay, that's fine. That's the a-holes that they're talking about in the upper right corner there. They are talking about the geese. So, with that in mind, we're going to snag some of our wood. Can we no, we can't. We should have some... yeah, we got some cobblestone. So, we're going to finish doing a little bit of upgrading. Yeah. If the game decides that it doesn't want to freeze, there must be some serious stuff going on outside. Yeah, I just want to do a little bit of upgrading on the main floor here. And that's the end of our wood. Okay. Why is it saying that we need stone? We're not going to upgrade this because it seems a little silly to upgrade that. And that's the end of our cobble. Who's trying to knock at our door here? Anybody want to come over here? Oh, that's a big cow. Man, somebody's really not happy with the fact that we've upgraded everything. Or it's probably the fire burning upstairs. Is that just floating in air now? I guess it's the slanted block there, but... and we still got a poopy butt. You know what? That's enough. I'm tired. I'm tired of the banging and causing a fuss and everything. Huh. That's where they're trying to get in, or at least one of the places they were trying to get in. Oh! Thanks for coming, guys. But it's a little late for house guests, so... we're just gonna clutter that back up. I don't think... oh, we do have the wood for that. May as well just get this to wood. We don't have enough cobblestone to get it to cobblestone. That's okay. Alright, so... plan for the day. Very simple plan. First and foremost, may as well get this looking a little bit more like a home, so we're gonna get this upgraded. It's at least make the inside look a little bit nicer. Yes, I could have used some planks to actually make that look more like, a home, but make it look a little weird, less weird with it just kind of sticking out there. But that's okay. That's okay. But we are gonna upgrade all this. Hopefully, anyway. Just so that it looks a little more natural, I suppose. And more or less just to kill some time. Now, we are at level 6. I gotta check to see if we have a stat point to use. I'm not 100% sure. Let's find out right now. No, we do not. We are fairly close to our next level. So, So I think what our best option would be is to head to where we're going to make our Hoard base. We're going to harvest all the cement, concrete, cobblestone, all that fun stuff in there. I think building a, we're going to snag all this. Now we still have like 6 days before we need anything regarding a Hoard base, because as I said before, we're going to jump it to, I have the Hoard nights set for every 10 days. But I do like getting a start. Plus, I want to, before we start going into the wasteland, I'd like to at least see us at level 10. I know I said level 6, and level 6 probably would be okay-ish. And I highlight the ish part on that. But considering that we and that's just fine, we'll do that. If we harvest that stuff and start working, just as long as we have kind of a basic layout of our Hoard base, nothing all that crazy, I think we should be in a good space. And just by building these frames, that's going to give us, each one gives us a little, I think gives us a little bit of a bump in our XP, although it doesn't look like it. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I probably am. And now that we've got everything kind of wood looking in here, and we're not going to be dealing with any stupid birds or anything, I think we're okay. Looks like this needs a little bit better of a paint job in here. Jeez. That's a little loosey-goosey. In here too, but this was actually covered by those shelving units. Right. So, looks like we're doing okay. It is almost 1 o'clock. I'm going to embark at about 2 o'clock. I would like to cut down some more trees because I'd like to have this a little bit more organized than what it is, because right now I just kind of have general consumables in here, which fine, but and then I have just general crafting materials in here, fine, but general, and this is just ammos and stuff like that, which that should be in there. That should be over here with the tools. Repair kits, of course, makes sense that they're with tools. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And if that's what we're going to do, we're definitely going to need a pickaxe. So let's see. Yep, that's definitely going to be our best one right there. And I want to break down some cars. I do have this wrench, but I'd rather not waste a repair kit on fixing it when we have so many other wrenches. Plus, we also have this tier 1 wrench, so we'll snag that too. We do have a plastic shovel. I don't know if it's even better than our plant fiber one. Better for block damage and better for durability. Noted. I think we might work with that. And next thing, let's take a look at these hammers. So, no surprise the tier 6 is better than the tier 4. And it's better than the tier 1 regular hammer, I mean. For the most part. And it is also even better for block damage. So we're going to swap this out for the time being. I'm going to snag some plastic. Yeah, I knew I had some plastic. I'm going to snag some plastic and repair my plastic items. And there we go. And that should give us a little some. Oh, we're hungry, so let us throw some chili. Actually, really, the complimentary food is better? There isn't better, rather, is what I meant to say. We're gonna eat it. We are going to munch it. And we have one sewing kit just in case we get an abrasion. We got some lockpicks, which is a very, very nice thing to have. And now that it's about 2 o'clock, I feel like now's a good time to start going. Let's just poke our head out here. Doesn't look like there's too much going on. We got the cow over there, so that's fine. We got some geese, and one of the missions is to kill a-holes. So you know what?
Look at the size of that fucking goose.
Get back here. Yeah. That's one and done. Ow! We got a concussion, seriously? Thank you for taking a step back. Just hop up here for a second, build up our stamina, and we're concussed. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. I swear it's fine. Let's slice up this goose. And we are 1 of 5. I think... So first and foremost, I'd like to go after this goose. We're not going to go after the cow. Hey, you killed your friend. I'm going to kill you too.
Goose.
And that's 2 goose. And we're going to have some cooked goose. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Now that we got the goose, 2 of the gooses dealt with, 2 of the geese, gooses, let's throw that in its respective chests. I may as well throw that in our chest. And you know what? Oh yeah, we have a concussion. I think we have some pain meds. We do not. Dang. That sucks. So we're going to be dealing with that for a little bit. Lovely. So, you know what? I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to start heading to... It's not going to finish off our water. So, you know what? Let us grab... let's see... How many frames? Yeah, 23 should be just fine. Okay, you go back in their place. We're going to turn this on, and I'm actually going to pause the game because I have to poop. So I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, is the concussion kicking in? Nope. Just frames. Which we got frames. Sorry about that. I had a very large dinner, and it kind of unexpectedly, it was a last-minute little. Oh, what am I gonna have for supper tonight? Oh, I'm gonna have this. And yeah, it wasn't the. It was good. It was. What I had was enchiladas, and our enchiladas are pretty sizable, shall we say? And man, I had 4 of them, and it was quite a bit of food. We'll put it that way. It's quite a bit of food. So, and normally I wouldn't be quite so open about that kind of thing, but we're in a game where dysentery is commonplace. I think it's okay for me to talk about my bodily functions every now and then. Now, I do have a question for you guys, and as always, it kind of becomes a bit of a talking point for me. Actually, sorry, I was just double checking to make sure that everything was recording because I've had issues with that in the past. So, anyway, um, can you guys think of what more or less has led you to... Oh, we got a spider. Ow. That was mean. Ow. That was mean. Ow. That was mean. Ow. That was a lot of meanness. Don't do it again. Oh. Oh, shit. That was a panic attack right there. Whew. Okay, we got an abrasion. We want to give ourselves a little bit of space. And use. Edgar, can you back off? We don't have time to play right now. God damn it, Randy. Alright, we are going to use a health kit. And there we go. We should be more or less right as rain. More or less. More or less. Alright, so yeah, let's get our shoveling going here. And we'll get the cobblestone and everything. I am in a bit of a mood for shoveling. I'm in a mood for breaking some things down. So, speaking of which, let us throw the wrenches that we wanted to use. Because even though they're not great, it's at least something. Plus, we'll get some gas, we'll get some plastic, we'll get a bunch of stuff. So that'll be pretty handy. Pretty handy. And plus, this will give us a little more space in the parking lot to set up the Hoard base. Because effectively, what I'm planning on doing, while I get a little bit of stamina back, is I'm going to use that roof and build a way up. I know there's a thing in the back. There's a ladder in the back that we're going to have to take out to make it more of a one-way ticket. I might make it 2 ways for them to get up. Not 100% sure, because I'm thinking I might do one on one side and one on the other side. And we'll use some doors just to kind of set it up so that they have to come the way we want them to come. And then we can kind of swap back and forth and kind of get them to pick which route, or, we'll force their hand, as it were, on picking a route, which route they're going to end up taking for us. These do break down, right? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I will say, because they did add some vehicles to the mod as well. You can tell because this is definitely one of the added ones. It kind of sticks out a little bit. Not terrible, I will say. Again, I know a tiny bit about coding. I've built my website. I built a game. I took graphic design, so I know a little bit of this and that. Nothing super crazy. And again, there's the staircase that I was talking about. And it just blows up. Okay. That's fun. We'll break these down too, even though it won't really give us a whole lot. But it'll at least give us something. Mostly some mechanical parts and some steel and stuff. Which definitely never willing to turn down some free steel. So, break these cars down. And it's going to give us some gas. Is the gas going to be useful? Eventually. 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 Alright, so that's that. We've done all that. Should we... I mean, we got quite a bit of food back at the base. Do we want to try and take out this cow? Okay, that was 2 arrows. I want to take that as a... we probably don't. Alright, so... oh. Come on, move around for me. There we go. So we want to take that and grab one of the shovels. And... this is going to be a big chunk of our day, is just a digging, and a digging. So, is there something in particular that has led you, positive or negative, led you to where you are in life currently? I know that's a weird question, but is there one particular thing that you can kind of point to and be like, that's the thing that pointed me in this direction? That is the thing. I can say that about a lot of things. But for being a comedian, the primary thing is there was always... my grandfather always had a thing for comedy. He loved comedy. Some of my earliest memories are sitting with him as we would listen to old vinyl records of comedy. Chicken? Okay, well, if you stick your head back out here, we'll play a little game of chicken. For example, one record, he would... I don't remember exactly which one I have. I'm sure I have it somewhere. But he would listen to... there was a Bill Cosby record that he had. And I know Bill Cosby's definitely not, by any stretch of the imagination, a good person. But he was, and I feel like a lot of people, he was kind of the original induction of stand-up comedy. And for better or for worse, you know, for better or for worse, you know, I'll put it this way. Bill Cosby is not a good person. I don't have any respect for him as a person. Well, you know what? Let's go through and grab the cobblestone first. Because if our shovels end up breaking, we at least have the cobble. He's not a good person. By any stretch of the imagination, he is... I will not say he's a good person. But, on a positive side, he, in a lot of ways, was... a lot of comedians' kind of introduction into comedy, into storytelling as a comedy form. Because, at least for me, I always viewed him more as a storyteller than I did as a comedian because I never. Yes, they were funny stories, obviously, but my brain didn't make the connection until I was much older. Granted, this was when I was about 4 years old, so you know. But I never made the connection until much, much later that, oh, this is a comedian. Because my concept of comedian was essentially what Stephen Wright and Mitch Hedberg and Dimitri Martin was doing, which was, you know, the setup punchline thing that I think most people are relatively familiar with. Oh, that was the cow. So my brain never quite made. Oh, there's a backpack up there. I didn't notice. Ooh. And it sounds like there's somebody coming in. So let's go say hi. Oh, hey, buddy. What's up? My base isn't quite ready yet. So, you know, I'm not gonna be able to take you out the way that I wanted, but that's okay. I still happily accommodate you. Alright, so I know there's a lot of stuff out here. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, there's the cement, but no cobble. There's some cobble in there, and I don't think there's any over here, but I want to check just to be on the safe side. No. So yeah, we're just going to do a little bit of basics on our base here. I thought that might have been cobble, but it was not. But yeah, that was a big thing for me, was growing up with concrete. Now, there's our concussion coming back again. My grandfather loved to laugh. Actually, I even remember the very first joke that I told growing up. And to this, my mom honestly does not think that I knew what I was even, like, the joke that I was telling. I think I had an idea because of the subject matter of the joke, and it's nothing blue or crude or anything like that. But I think because of the subject matter of the joke, she was kind of thinking the whole, oh, he's a kid, he doesn't understand what this word means or that word means or that kind of thing. So quickly, I'll kind of give it to you guys. It's basically, it's a riddle, and it's there's a room with a circular table, and we're gonna have to deal with some knuckleheads creeping around, aren't we? Hello, thank you. Alright, who's banging? You know, you're really tempting me. Okay, that's hilarious. Wilhelm scream. Nice. Well, yeah. Let's go harvest. I hear something banging on metal, and I'm just trying to figure out what the heck it is. I don't know, but let's harvest the cow. Come on, Mr. Derp. Oh! I think we figured out what it is. She's gonna come to us, that's fine. You were the one making all the noise, huh? Still making noise? I didn't think so. Alright, anyway. Um... Yeah, for better or for worse, I think a lot of people would say that Bill Cosby was kind of their gateway drug, so to speak, into comedy. And does that mean he can be forgiven for what he did? Absolutely not. Definitely would never say that. However, okay, so we need auto pickaxe. It's a rabbit elevator. Okay then. Uh, definitely does not mean what he did is excusable by any stretch of the imagination. But if nothing else, it's at least something. For what that's worth. Because for me, at least, what he did is definitely unforgivable. And the fact that he's still out is... This is getting too dark. I'm going to switch subjects here. So, the first joke that I ever told. The very first joke I ever told. Here's a room. It's got a circular table in it. And I need some food again. I need some food again. Always needing food. And we're going to get some dysentery, aren't we? Yep, there it is. I knew it. I knew it. Did we use all of our toilet paper, or did I just kind of dump it all in a box? That would be a very me thing if I just dumped it all in a box. I'm willing to bet that's probably what happened. But, so yeah, circular table. Sidetracked again. There's a big bag of money in the middle of the table. Now, at that big table with the circular money, there's 3 people sitting around it. A cheap lawyer, an expensive lawyer, and the tooth fairy. Lights go out. Lights come back on. Bag of money's gone. Which of the 3 people took the money? Had to be the expensive lawyer because a cheap lawyer and the tooth fairy are figments of your imagination. Now, I think I was probably about 8 or 9 when I first told that joke. And I remember hearing the laugh from my grandfather when I told him that joke. It was the first time I ever got him. I'd heard him laugh hard before. But this was the first time that I had ever caused that hard laugh. And I didn't know it at the time, but that pretty much sealed my destiny, is that I had to do something with comedy. I absolutely did. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I had to do it. And apparently I'm moist, so it must be raining a little bit. Either that or there's a cute chick walking around, I don't know. We saw some chicks out there, so maybe. And then just things in my life, like, things have happened to me that just nothing ever, like the same thing. I worked in the kitchen industry for, it's got to be coming close to a decade and a half at this point, if not more. If I sat down and did the math, I could figure it out. I worked in one kitchen. We had a cook. Now, when he got hired, he did not disclose this, and the kitchen manager that hired him was not aware of it. The guy only had one workable hand. basically he had both of his hands, both of his arms, but the nerves in one of his arms were dead. It was he was working in constructions. It was a construction accident. And I understand, as a cook, I understand why you wouldn't disclose that, because it's really hard to explain to somebody. Should we go after that deer? We got a fair amount of arrows. Let's do it. It would be hard to explain to somebody. Look, just because I only have one hand. Nice. Doesn't mean I'm less capable. And Lord knows he definitely wasn't any less capable. The hardest thing, if you work in a restaurant, the hardest thing to do when you're working the line, there's a lot of hard things. You have to build up your endurance, because you're on your feet all day long. If you get a chance to sit down, those are rare. Those are very rare. Chances to sit down, especially if you work in a busy restaurant, those are rare. It's not often. I am a smoker, full disclosure. Aside from a quick, 7-minute smoke break, or a quick 5-minute bathroom break, or God forbid you gotta do the number 2, you don't have a lot of downtime in your 8-hour shift, which is part of the reason why I do like working in kitchens. Because I find if I actually take an hour-long break, I start getting that logy feeling and start getting tired. So you build up a lot of endurance. I actually have a step counter at work, and the lowest I've had in a 6-hour shift, not an 8-hour shift, a 6-hour shift, was 7,000. 7,000 steps. That is a lot of steps. I don't care who you are. And that's just in the course of a 6-hour shift. That's not... I walk to work every day. It's not like it's a far walk. It's like a 15-20-minute walk on the long side. Also kind of depending on if you... cool, we got all the cement and we got all the cobble. Nice. Oh, there's our concussion. Alright. I think, with that all in mind, I think there's a town that way. What all do I have? I have quite a bit of stuff. 2 of you there. Oh, that's not what I meant to click on. Scrap you down. Anything else we can scrap down? I mean, there's definitely things that we can scrap down, but... Can I put another mod in you? 2 mod slots, yeah. So we're going to put you in there too. I would like to grab some more wood real fast, so that we have some supplies to fix our shit. But yeah, I've worked in the restaurant industry. This guy only had one working arm, and he could roll burritos. I don't know if you've ever tried to roll a burrito, or watched somebody who is, a burrito expert roll one at like Mucho Burrito or anything like that. It's not an easy thing to get the hang of rolling a burrito. It is not something that you just kind of learn. You kind of have to, and I know people who have not just worked in the restaurant industry, but worked at Mexican restaurants that have a hard time rolling a burrito. And in a sense, it is kind of funny when it's like, I don't know how, I can't really... They can roll a burrito to an extent, but it becomes almost more of a... It's a very loose burrito. You know, which makes me laugh because, as Bo Burnham said, I'll blow my dad before I eat a burrito with a fork, and I feel like a lot of people end up having to do that. You know, no shame or anything, but it's just funny. You know, but another thing that has happened to me in working in the restaurant industry and stuff like that is um, I worked with a guy that had no legs. He he was a double amputee below the knee. I don't know if that's a if that's not the politically correct term for it. I do apologize. But he had below his knee. He had both of his legs um, removed. There was an accident from when he was a kid, playing on train tracks. Don't play on train tracks, kids. Oh, you got an airdrop. Would be a good way to kind of kill a little bit of time. You're over here. Let's go for that instead of the POI, because at least, worst case scenario, the airdrop will give us something to sell. Ow! Bone Daddy, bad. I felt like somebody else is hissing at us. Oh yeah, there is. And he was funny. He had a good sense of humor about it. You know, if something like that's going to happen to you, I hope you manage to keep some semblance of a sense of humor about it, because it definitely makes dealing with it a lot easier. It really, really does. And, oh, it's still even falling. Lovely. It's not even that far away. But we had two primary nicknames for him. One was RoboCook, and the other one was Legolas. And now you might be sitting there going, oh, that's kind of offensive, that poor guy. He not only, he encouraged us to call him those. You know, he liked the fact that it was something unique about him. It's something uniquely his. That's not something that a lot of people can instantaneously look at somebody and be like, oh, this is something about you that not a lot of people can share. You know, and yeah, okay, there's something to be said about, people, it seems like a lot of people less and less want to be unique. I'm a big proponent in encouraging people, embrace what makes you unique. That's on my business card. Embrace your uniqueness. You know, it's, my grandfather said, it's best to be yourself because everybody else is taken. And that's so true. Now, granted, I am also a proponent in believing that we're going to beat up some zombies in the way here. That's not what I believe in, but that is just a straight up thing that's going to happen here. You absorb personality aspects from people that you spend time with, people that you interact with. Nest. And not just all that, but you also... Egg. Another nest. Nice. People you interact with, people you spend time with. But also, if you're in my case and you watch way too much stand-up comedy... Hey, chicken. Yeah. I've noticed I've picked up a lot of this and that from different comedians too. And even a friend of mine mentioned, like, my speech pattern, this is a guy I knew when I was a teenager, and then I just kind of remet, like, I haven't seen him in like 10 years, and then happenstance happened. Not good happenstance, but, we happened to cross paths again, and he was like, your speech pattern is different. Like, your voice is the same. Okay. Spears, at least is something to sell. Knife schematic. We'll read that. I don't think we'll be making a plastic knife anytime soon, but we'll read it to give us the XP, if nothing else. And he's not wrong, because since the last time I saw him, at the time I saw him last, I was just starting to hit... I have phases where I kind of become obsessed with comedians. And at that particular point in time, I was very much in my Andrew Dice Clay phase. And I still enjoy Andrew Dice Clay. I'm not trying to say anything. For better or for worse, he's done a lot of good for... Even if you don't like his material, I will say he's still somebody, A, who's worth watching. Oh, yeah. Thought I heard somebody real close. I was right. He's still somebody worth watching. Just in a sense of, like, history. Because his material comes from before cancel culture was a thing, before that kind of mindset. And the things and stuff that he was saying at the time, man, how is this? I feel like this is where we started, wasn't it? So this is a house that we definitely already looted. Weird. So we'll head kind of... Ow! What the... That's a cat. I could tell by the roar it was a cat. We're gonna have a lot of meat. Freaking cat. It would have been hilarious. Cat took us out. We've killed so many things today. And a freaking cat takes us out. That would have been way too funny. Okay, who's hissing at me? Ah, there we go. I know I saw Randy over there, and he's probably going to come at us. That's fine. Randy can come at us. I do call it... I don't remember if I said this, but I do call that one Randy because he kind of reminds me somewhere between Ethan Suplee from My Name is Earl, who is not a heavy guy anymore. He is jacked as fuck. Like sincerely, if you're at all curious, look him up. He looks like Odin or something. I don't know what you would say he looks like. Okay, here, Goose. Where are you? There you are. Can we get a 3 out of 5 in one day? Ow. We can get a 3 out of 5 in one day. Although we are very much pained. We'll just use one of these for now. Yeah, let's use a wrench to cut up the goose. That's really smart. Alright, now who's kicking around? Ah, there you are. But regardless of what you're going to say about Andrew Dice Clay's material, he changed the landscape of stand-up comedy. Like, hugely changed it. Not like, you know, oh, he did some things that... He was doing things that nobody else was doing. He was the biggest name in comedy. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was the biggest name in comedy. And he was the first comedian. Now, granted, this is something that has been done several times since then. But he was the first comedian to sell out Madison Square Garden, and he did it 2 nights in a row. You know, so whatever you're going to say about him, you know, I'm not going to agree or disagree, but that's something that's at least worth a bit of a mention. You know? And he was effectively the original, or at least the biggest. I'm sure there was some before him, but he was the biggest character comic. And some people would argue if he is still the biggest when it comes to name recognition. I would say at least at this point Larry the Cable Guy probably is. He is very much a character comic. And anybody that doesn't think that he's playing a character, you can look up his older material. His older material is not like the guy behind Larry the Cable Guy. You can actually look up his older material. It is not what it is today. I can tell you that much. I think the barn might be a better route for us to go. And another lantern. Nice. We'll take that, sure. Oh, there's a concussion, and we're low on water, we're low on food. Who's hissing at us? Ah, that's you. Let's get a little food and water going. Hopefully we'll get a little... we got a little food in the barn here. We got a bunch of corn, so that's definitely something that's going to be helpful. We got some corn kicking around and some cobblestone. That's going to be something that's handy. Something is hurrying at us. There's some food over there. The question becomes, oh, I didn't even realize we got a fiberglass axe. That's going to be handy. Should we take out the murder bacon or the wild bacon? You know what? Let's see what we get in here because we might end up being in a situation where we don't want to over-encumber ourselves. We're already encumbered right now. So let's not take out the pigs just yet. Because I feel like that might not be the best solution. Yes, we want you guys to come at us. Come to Butthead. Ooh, whiff. Stay down. Oh, it was not... Oh, fuck. Another one of you, huh? Just gonna do a little dip and dive. Right in the jaw. You gonna come over? Hi. Alright. Alright. Anything in these? Some bad water. Some good water. And more good water. Cool. I'm okay with that. That's not bad. Okay. Okay, those are for the pigs. Some more cobblestone. Definitely not going to turn our nose up at cobblestone right now. And I know there's some... I saw some... There it is. And there. And there. Cool. Not bad. Looks like we might be in a not bad position. And I think I'll be waking more people up. Are you guys outside or are you guys inside? I want to say you guys are probably inside. I don't mind waking you guys up. I just kind of want to know where you guys are. You guys are probably way up there. All right, we'll we'll start making our way up to you. Destroyed workbench. Ah. Okay. Let's check the ceiling here real fast. We got some cobble in here, and I kind of want to just snag this cobble real fast. Seeing as we're in a room where it's going to be hard for them to kind of sneak up on us, I feel like it'd be a good place to start. I know there's way more cobble out there, but, you know, it is what it is. We are out of stamina. We should get some more food and water in us, I guess. And yeah, we'll use that. We'll finally use that. I like the fact that it gives us a little bit of wood too, so that makes it like extra incentivizing. Alright. Who would be yelling at us right now? Somebody's trying to get in, somebody's not happy. Ah! And gone you are. Alright. You know what? Just because I'm not 100% sure we're going to finish this POI before we got to head back to the base, I'm going to snag the bit of cobblestone. And there's our concussion. I'd like to know what's making so much noise. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Alright. Make our way up. Nothing of concern up here. At least not yet. Oh. Somebody broke something. Oh. Cool. Nothing there. I mean, nothing can get to us from here, so we may as well grab this cobble too. I'm a bit of a stockpiler when it comes to the early game, because it becomes one of those worst case scenario, I can sell some of it later. And I'd rather have it and not need it, than need it and not have it. You know, I'm that person who always carries around, you know, a lucky, I have a lucky $1 American bill. I'm Canadian, but I have a lucky $1 American bill. I have a plethora of lighters that I carry around, including my watch. Watch where you're going there, buddy. You're going to fall in the hole. I think I got him in the nads. And we're getting the dramatic music. So that tells me something is on its way. That's fine. It can come. Something's on its way. It'll be here sooner or later. And by then we'll at least be over here. Which is going to make it a little harder for it to get to us. Alright, probably some gas in here. Some gas, yeah. Yeah, see? See you later. You can actually make it to the... Nope. Alright. What's in here? Some stuff. We are starting to burn some daylight here, so we definitely gonna wanna... Alright. See you later. A lot of things are angry with us right now, that's for sure. Oh, I totally missed him. You gonna make it to the bridge this time? No. No, you're not. Okay. I have the fiberglass axe, so they're gonna use that to bust this crate open. And then we're gonna get out of here. That didn't look like it was a fun fall. And now you're just dead. Man, something is definitely mad at us. And I just realized as I'm going into this, I completely forgot my... to put on my goggles. That's okay. It's okay. And I should probably switch to an actual weapon. Oh, look! That's what's been angry at us. Alright, now is definitely a good time for us to start heading back to our base because it is going to be about not very long before things start running at us. And speaking of things that'll run at us, can you just not, like... I know you're all gangster and everything and blah 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 blah, but you know... Can you just not? It'd be great if you just not. I know I had something that I was saying and I have no idea what the heck it was. Oh yeah, I was talking about the different characters that I've met working in the restaurant industry. Yeah, I met a guy, he doesn't have it, and he's like one of the funniest things about working with him was the fact that he suddenly, mysteriously, nobody ever had sore feet anymore when working with him. Nobody had sore feet anymore. And I can tell you exactly why it was, is because the second somebody would complain, oh, my feet are sore, he'd turn around and be like, what, you still got flesh feet? Huh. You gotta get some of these titanium ones, man. They're way better. Now, at the same time, he would talk about, once in a while, he would talk about how his knees were hurting him. Which, you know, good reason. You know, he didn't have something to, like, disperse his body weight, at least as far as his mass went. So, gee, wonder why his knees might be hurting him. You know, pretty much all of his body weight was pressurized into that general area. You know, but and there's so many other characters that I could talk about. Um, One of my favorite people that I've ever met working in the restaurant industry was a guy. He is Mexican. He's like born in Mexico. Um, Legally here before anybody starts trying to get all, he did everything legally. He was fine. He did live in the States for a while, not legally, but he's here legally now. Can't do anything about it. So stop it. But he's one of my favorite people that I ever met. And he won huge brownie points with me at one point simply because I made this huge pot of chili at work. It was huge. Trying to think of how many gallons it would be. Close to 10 gallons, I would say. I think the pot was a 10-gallon pot, but it wasn't like quite full because you still need some room to like stir it around and everything. And I made it. Now, for people who aren't aware, chili is a Mexican dish. Real authentic chili is more akin to a stew than it is what we think of as North Americans when it comes to chili. Usually beans are not in it. There's usually no beans in the chili. And so I made him chili, and yes, I put beans in it because that's more or less what North Americans are expecting when they hear chili. They're thinking, oh, it's got to have beans in it, right? No, but I did put beans in it because that is a standard. And so I made it, and he originally, at first, he was just like, I don't want to try it. It's not authentic, that kind of thing. And I'm like, I understand, like, if you want to try it, like, you know, I'm happy to give you some of it. But somebody is angry with us again. And so after giving it to so many people, he's like, all right, everybody's talking about this. I guess I gotta try it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm happy to give you a bowl. He tries it and he goes, holy crap, this tastes like something my mom would make. And I'm like, thank you, I take that as a huge compliment. And he's like, for real? He's like, where is this recipe from? Like, where'd you get this recipe? And the honest truth is that I made it. Somebody's angry? Oh boy, are you angry. Okay, apparently I need steel to back that up, but that's okay. And there we go. We got everything set up. The first floor of our base is pretty well protected. And we should have some meat. We're gonna use the crap out of you, because you're way better for us. We'll drop you in there, have some water, because that's definitely gonna be a thing. We're gonna need, there we go. We're fully hydrated now. Alright. You guys stop it? Whoa. You wanna come in here? Damn neighbors. That's what I thought. Alright. So I'm pretty much going to end this here, except we got some skill points that I don't want to forget about. So we're going to drop those, and then we're going to end this episode. So while I'm looking at this, I definitely know... definitely going to throw it into strength. Do we not have our glasses on? I thought we had a strength glasses. We have nerdy glasses. Does this give us... No, it shouldn't. That's weird. I wonder if we had something that was giving us an extra point into strength. That's alright. That's okay. It's no big deal. No big deal. Alright. Pummel Pete definitely going to be where we're going to stick one of those, except we can't. So we'll put it into some Texan T-Rexy. And... put it into healing factor, maybe. We can't. Maybe Iron Gut, maybe Cardio. Can we put it into Cardio? No, we can't put it into Cardio. So we'll throw it into Iron Gut. Yeah, that seems like a good place. It'll make it a little easier for us to eat and stuff like that. We've almost cleared off our dysentery. And now the only thing left to do for the end of the day is to organize our crap. And we have some more wood, so we can definitely make some storage containers. I'm actually going to craft 2 of these. And these are going to be for our sellable stuff. And you know what? That kind of thing can go right next to our room. And then the next thing is we're going to do some storage boxes. And how many of those can we make? Quite a few, it looks like. But I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 should be more than plenty. 6 should be more than plenty. Alright, well ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, you know what you can do. You can hit that subscribe button and become a member of the Wolf Pack. That is what I like to call my friends and people that I care about, as you're part of the Wolf Pack. You don't have to be a wolf to be a part of the Wolf Pack. Ooh, we got a storm rolling in. Interesting. You don't have to be a wolf to be a member of the Wolf Pack. It doesn't hurt, but you don't have to be. But thank you so much for watching today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. I have had a wonderful time. And until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And chances are, you should probably stay away from a lot of the things I would do. Until next time, take care.